Start our today's Abhidhamma study, lesson 47. By paying homage to the Buddha, let's recite Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, welcome to Abhidhamma lesson 47. This is the last part of chapter 6. So we have studied about the four ultimate reality, but this is the last part. We will focus on the supramundane peace, or the ultimate peace, which is called Nibbāna in Pali. So, and also this is the final expectation for the practitioner of Buddhist way of practice. Whoever believe in samsara is miserable. Just the continuation of the sufferings. They expect for Nibbāna to experience by themselves. So this is the most interesting topic for the Buddhist way, Buddhist practitioner. So before this lesson, we have already finished the 46th lesson. They mostly mention about the consciousness, mental factor, and material phenomena, three ultimate reality. So this is the last part to conclude or to complete four ultimate reality. We already studied in many lessons about three ultimate realities. Those are called the conditional realities. Today we will study about the fourth ultimate reality, which is called unconditional realities. That is Nibbāna. So Nibbāna is the fourth ultimate reality. If we count all the ultimate realities are introduced by Venerable Anuruddha at the beginning of this book, Abhidhamma Sangha. Citta, Cittasika, Rupa, Nibbāna. So Nibbāna is the last one, and which is the fourth ultimate realities. And also, Nibbāna is totally supramundane. That is why when we talk about the Nibbāna, that is supramundane peace or ultimate peace. And if we count the reality in supramundane, in the classification of mundane and supramundane, and supramundane consciousness and associated mental factors, they are conditional supramundane. And this Nibbāna is unconditional supramundane realities. And Citta, Cittasika, Rupa. If we classify from the classification of mundane and supramundane. Consciousness can be in both sides. Some consciousness are mundane and some are supramundane. In the same way, among the 52 mandate fetters, the mandate fetter, when they are associated with mundane consciousness, they are regarded as the mundane. And when they are associated with supramundane consciousness, they are regarded as supramundane. But for the material phenomena, that is only lokiya. So we have already studied that all materialities are mundane, no supramundane materialities. But here in case of Nibbāna, Nibbāna is only the supramundane. It's never mundane Nibbāna. There's no mundane Nibbāna. It is supramundane at all. That Nibbāna is expressed in the Abhidhamma Sangaha at the end of the chapter 6. Chatumaga Jnanena Sachikātabam. Chatumaga Jnanena, Chatu is 4, Maga Jnana. So Maga Jnana is the knowledge of the 4 paths. Sachikātabam is, it is realized, or it is to be realized. That is why Nibbāna is the ultimate reality, which is realized by the 4 path knowledge. Sometimes we misunderstand Nibbāna. So is nothingness. Nothingness. The absence of everything is Nibbāna, like this. So it is not the absence of everything, because there is ultimate peace of supramundane peace to be named as Nibbāna. The talking about is the most difficult part. Talking about Nibbāna is the most difficult part in the discussion, because Nibbāna is not to be understood through the conversation or through the teaching. If we study the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, the first sermon of the Buddha, Nibbāna is the 3rd noble truth, Dukkha Nirodha Ariya Satya. There is something to be experienced or something to be realized by experience. Sachikātabba Dhamma in Pali. It is not Pariññāta. It is not Pahataba. It is not Bhavitaba. So it is only Sachikātabba. So the Sachikātabba means to be realized through experience. That's why we cannot make any conclusion, any final conclusion about Nibbāna through the discussion, because it is to be realized by the knowledge of 4 paths. Before the attainment of 4 path knowledge, we can just assume what is Nibbāna and how peaceful, what is the virtue of Nibbāna, and we can learn and we can assume, we can imagine about the Nibbāna. We cannot experience Nibbāna as long as we cannot attain the knowledge of four paths. So at least the Sotapatti Magga, the knowledge of Supreme Intellect. That's why Nibbāna is something to be realized by the knowledge of four paths. So by this text or by this expression, we can understand by four paths of or by four knowledge of four path knowledge, we can experience Nibbāna. On the other hand, we cannot experience if we don't attain, if we are not able to attain the four path knowledge, any of four path knowledge. And also, Nibbāna is not just the absence of conditional realities, not just the absence. You know that when we study about the immaterial consciousness, the first immaterial consciousness take its object, the space. Space is not the realities. Although we have the space in the material phenomena there, that is not the space. When the immaterial consciousness object is reference, so they are not the same. The space mean, in that case, in the immaterial jhana practice, the first immaterial jhana take the object of this object of space. That is the concept. So there, if there's nothing as the materialities, we can get that space. And then the space, which is the object of the first immaterial consciousness, is called the Kasinogati Magatsa. Kasina is removed. Then that place becomes the space. So the absence of kasina is considered as a space. Nibbāna is not like that. Not just the absence of how to say, the unwholesome consciousness, etc. Lobha, dosa, moha, etc. So here, as a fourth ultimate reality, Nibbāna is something, something, because we can express in that way something, and by the other expression to be objects of the four paths. In this slide, it will be more clear because we will discuss about the characteristic, etc. So here, through the expression of the text, Chatumaka Jnanena Sachikatapa, so we can understand Nibbāna is something to be realized by the knowledge of four paths. And Megapalana Alambana. Alambana here is the object. So this is the object of Supramundane, path and fruits. We can experience through the four path knowledge, but again, it can be the object of path and fruit, Supramundane, path and fruit. Then, so if we study about the composition of the one Nibbāna, and here it comes from Nibbāna, is pronounced as the Vana in Burmese pronunciation, Nibbāna. But in the international pronunciation, it is called the Nibbāna. And getting out is the meaning of need, getting out from the entanglement or stitching together. That translation is called more clear if we study together with the translation of the craving for the word tanha. So vana here refers to tanha. Tanha, or in the other name, the vana, make the beings to stick in the round of samsara, not letting go out. And also it make combining, make the combination from life to another life. In this way, by the work of vana, which make the combination of the life to another life, the life come into the continuation. It is like the endless continuation. If we cannot attain the path and fruit knowledge to realize Nibbāna. So vana, or the craving, make this round of samsara to be endless. But Nibbāna, when the Nibbāna appears, it is to make the end of that round of the cycle of rebirth. It is cutting off or getting off from the governing area of the craving. As long as Nibbāna cannot be the object of the individual's path and fruits, he has no way to escape from that entanglement. Vana will work well. So that Nibbāna is something, or it is, there's sometimes if we use the word in proper way, the listener can misunderstand about the Nibbāna, because many people are misunderstanding Nibbāna is like a place full of happiness, or Nibbāna is any state or something, the special statement or like this, because of the expression, given the example of like the holy city or holy land, like this. After listening that kind of expression, the listener come to conclusion, Nibbāna is the place, or Nibbāna is the statement somewhere to be happy, like this. Actually, the ultimate peace, Nibbāna is just the ultimate peace. From our side, we just understand about the conditional reality and the process of the karma and the result production, how they relate each other. We understand from that side, as long as we are not able to attain the supramundane path and fruits. This is the difference from the difference between the ordinary person and noble person. For the noble person, they already have the experience about the Nibbāna by their own experience. So they understand. They have already get the taste of Nibbāna, ultimate peace. They can understand. Because the Nibbāna is to be realized by experience, not through learning. So for the ordinary person, they just have the limited understanding, because limited understanding means they can collect the information about the Nibbāna through the listening. So there is not enough expression to express Nibbāna. So that is why when we consider about the Nibbāna as another shore, we are in this shore for the ordinary person. So Nibbāna is far from their range of understanding. They have never been to the another shore like this. So here we can understand the area of the governing area of Vana, continuum of the life. So the expression comes in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, that is the succession of the suffering. That is the third noble truth. Dukkha Nirodha Ariya Satya. So now we can understand the area where the Vana or the craving is working for the continuum. But for the another part, for the meaning of need, getting out, it's not easy to have the complete understanding about the Nibbāna, which is emphasizing the need of getting out. That is why when we practice the Vipassana meditation, we just focus on what we can understand, the suffering or conditional reality, focusing on that, and then we can develop the inside knowledge. By the development of inside knowledge, it comes closer or approaching to the supramundane, the level of supramundane path. Then, by the time when the inside knowledge is mature, the meditator can attain the supramundane path. At the time, his or her understanding or about Nibbāna is completed. So here, just to, if we focus on the one Nibbāna, how it is composed, need and Vana. Vana refers to craving. So it is getting out from the entanglements of craving. Tanha. Okay, so let's continue. It is called Nibbāna because it is departure from craving, which is an entanglement. So here also departure from craving, departure, just to assume if we have never experienced about the departure, how happen, because ordinary person are living under the work of craving, or by the power of craving. So now we can understand it is the other shore, the other side, what we can understand for the ordinary person. For the noble person, they already have the experience, what is Nibbāna. And they can understand how it can become a departure from craving. Okay, so this is the literal explanation about Nibbāna. So, Lokuttara Chatumagga Jnanina Sachikatava Megaphalana Aramana. It is called Nibbāna because it is a departure from craving, called Vana. Vana, Nibbāna. And so if we classify the ultimate reality into materialities and mentality, so Nibbāna is regarded as a mental phenomena. It is one of the mental phenomena, unconditional mental phenomena. But that's why it is not from the subjective point of view. It is from the objective point of view. Objective point of view means it is the mental phenomena. So if we talk about there are mentalities, or it is called the nama. So nama, it can get the name of nama from the subjective point of view, because it can approach, or it can take the object being a subject. it is called nama. And on the other side, and it can be the object of or something that is called nama. So in this side, the Nibbāna cannot be the subjective point of view. It can be from the objective point of view. It can get the name of mentalities, nama. So not rupa. And if we talk about the characteristics, etc., because as we have said, in order to identify as the ultimate reality, there must be characteristic, etc., characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. So here, Nibbāna is Santi Lakkhana. So it has the characteristic of absolute peace. It has characteristic. That is why it is not just the nothingness, not the concept of nothingness, not the concept. It is different from the concept. It is reality. That is why it has the characteristic. What is the characteristic of Nibbāna? So the answer is the absolute peace. Then Acchuti or Amata Rasa. So the function rasa. Acchuti Rasam or Amata Rasam. Acchuti Rasam means the function is not to die, or the function of deathlessness. Or if we say Amata Rasa, it is the function is to comfort or like this, but it's also the Amata is deathlessness. But in the Visuddhimagga, it says the another function, or it has the comfort. But it can be misunderstood to comfort because we understand how to be how something to make comfort according to our area of understanding. But Nibbāna is out of that area. And Animita Pachupatthana. So here, Animita Pachupatthana, it should be with H here. Animita Pachupatthana. It is manifested as the singleness of non-diversification. Animita, so signless, no sign. Here, nimitta means sign, because even the consciousness and mental factor, we cannot trace the sign from our materiality signs. There's no sign of the consciousness and mental factors that we cannot catch up. But for the materiality, we can catch the sign, how it appears, etc. Here, the Nibbāna, for the Nibbāna, it is too far to talk about the sign of Nibbāna. So that is why it is manifested as signless. For the Vipassana practitioner, when he or she is able to experience the Nibbāna come to appear in the meditator's mind as a signless reality, but it is ultimate peace. Then proximate cause, that is called the pratthana. So no pratthana, because Nibbāna, for the Nibbāna, there's no the arising and the static phase or dissolution, etc. That's why, so Nibbāna is out of that arising, etc. So there's no proximate cause. So if there's proximate cause and it arises due to the proximate cause, there must be the dissolution, which is called the dying or death. So these are the ultimate, the characteristic, etc. of Nibbāna. So in order to identify as the ultimate reality, we have to understand about the characteristic, function, manifestation, and proximate cause. Here, there's no proximate cause of Nibbāna. Then this is the part how the process, how Nibbāna can be realized. So there are some different processes we already study in the in the chapter 4 and chapter 5. Chapter 4, especially chapter 4, it mentioned about the cognitive process. Here, if in the process of insight knowledge, practicing of insight knowledge, when it is come to the top of the highest level of development, insight knowledge become this process run. And after the bhavanga, life continuum, and vibrational bhavanga, arrest bhavanga, and mind draw at button. After that, starting from this PR, etc., are the neighborhood concentration jhana. There, the preparation, access, conformity, change of lineage. Here, change of lineage refers to the name of Gudrabu. In the Megaviti, so in the Megaviti, this is path knowledge. So PA is path knowledge. Before path knowledge, which is called the change of lineage, that is the transition point. We already studied that. That consciousness also take Nibbāna as it is object. This change of lineage in the higher attainment. In the higher attainment, it becomes the CL or cleansing or dana. So in both cases, the consciousness is the same. So this is CH moment is from that time, it takes Nibbāna as it is object, the consciousness related to Nibbāna. So the path knowledge also, although the consciousness, the function or the work of consciousness changes, and the area, the range also here from this until this CH moment, it is mundane process, and from this PA, the path knowledge, this is supramundane. Although that translation becomes the object is the same. So it's from this CH moment of change of lineage, Nibbāna become the object, and path consciousness, fruition consciousness, 2 times or 3 times, it doesn't matter. All of these types of consciousness take Nibbāna as their object. So if we consider that the Nibbāna is existing all the time, or Nibbāna appear from that at that time when the consciousness come to this state. So there are many ways of explanation, but still many confusions. But you know that Nibbāna is not changing, not arising. That is why we can understand Nibbāna is already is it as the supramundane parts, but we cannot take Nibbāna as our mind's object, as long as the process of consciousness are not developed to this level of development. And when we practice the Vipassana meditation, and when this process is actually this process of the Megaviti appear in our mental process, Nibbāna will be the object of our mental process, mind movement. It can be a little bit make you confused, because even the test itself about Nibbāna is not easy to understand. But now we understand Nibbāna is the ultimate reality, and we can take Nibbāna as it is at our mind's object when our mental process are developed up to the level of Megaviti. Then let's see the more expression about the Nibbāna in the Abhidhamma Sangha here. The great seer who already experience Nibbāna in their own experience, so they declare they declare Nibbāna that Badam, this is the objective state of path and fruit knowledge. So this is called Badam in Pali. You can check in Abhidhamma Sangaha. And about the objective state, more expression is Ichutam or deathless. Ichutam and Achantam. So it is beyond death, absolute endless. So if we saw that absolute endless, so we can say that we can imagine about the trace of the Nibbāna, how it happened, and not easy understanding will be happening for you and also for all ordinary person. Asankhatam, it is unconditional reality. And here, Nibbāna is Supramundane, and also there are 8 consciousness are called the Supramundane Citta. But although they are not the object of cravings here, because the Nibbāna is unconditional out of the area of craving, or it cannot be the object of craving. The Supramundane consciousness are also not the object of craving, but they are not called Nibbāna because they are conditional. So unconditional reality, which is free from the object of craving, not being the object of craving, is called Nibbāna. You can express to talk about Nibbāna. Here, Nibbāna is called unconditional reality, and also why the supramundane unconditional reality is called Nibbāna. Because the reason is because it is out of the, it is not being the object of craving. So if we answer that, because the vana, craving is vana, and need is getting out from that craving. At that time, the question comes, the supramundane consciousness are also not the object of craving, and they are out of the getting out from the area of the craving. Why the supramundane consciousness are not called Nibbāna? For that question, the answer is the supramundane consciousness are still conditional, although they are not the object of craving. They are still conditional. That's why they are not called Nibbāna. Only the ultimate peace of unconditional reality is called Nibbāna by that name. So if you consider by the definition of need and vana, this question and answer become clear. Then Anuttara, unsuppressed. So this is the highest one. So Anuttara. Here, supramundane consciousness are called the Lokuttara. Nibbāna is called Anuttara, is the highest one. Okay, now this is how the Abhidhamma Sangaha express about the expression, the formal expression about the Nibbāna. That's why it refers to the great seer who are free from craving, declare that Nibbāna is. This is not his own explanation. He is reference to the former great seers. Okay, this is more information about the Nibbāna. And so let's see the Nibbāna in the classification of aggregate, etc. So Nibbāna is excluded from the category of aggregates. Bhidabhavina Nibbānam Khanda Sangha Nisattam. This Pali is mentioned in the chapter 7 of Abhidhamma Sangaha, Samuccaya Sangaha. You can see that Bhidabhavina Nibbānam Khanda Sangha Nisattam. So if we classify ultimate reality into aggregates, consciousness, mental factor, and materialities are included in the any of aggregate, in the respective aggregate. But Nibbāna is out of the enumeration of aggregates because it is lack differentiation such as past, present, future. So there's no past Nibbāna, no present Nibbāna, no future Nibbāna, no internal and no external, etc. So that is why Nibbāna cannot be included in the classification of aggregate. It's out of the aggregate. And this text is mentioned in the chapter 7. Then Nibbāna is regarded as the mental object based ayatana, so base. It is mental object based dhammayatana. And for the element, the classification of elements, it is included as the mental object elements, dhammayatana and dhammadhatu. Dhammayatana and dhammadhatu. You may remember that if we study when we studied the chapter 3, there, if we count if we classify the object, Nibbāna is included under the object of mental object. It is called the Dhamma Ramana. So here, Dhammayatana and Dhammadhatu. So at the end of the chapter 7, all the ultimate realities are classified by way of aggregates, by way of base, by way of element, and by way of noble truth, which is called Satya. So in that classification, Nibbāna is regarded as the third noble truth. It is not out of that. It's third noble truth. The third noble truth is the cessation of suffering, which is to be realized by eradication of craving. So this is the third noble truth. So the Noble Eightfold Path is the way leading to Nibbāna. So for those who wish to experience Nibbāna for their own, they have to practice the Noble Eightfold Path to attain the Nibbāna. Then Nibbāna, what we have said is the ultimate peace or deathlessness, etc. That is only one fold, or it is a single reality according to it is intrinsic nature. If we talk that the ultimate peace, that is only one thing and one fold according to the intrinsic nature. But it can be divided into two poles, etc. by reference to basis or distinction. So if we find out how it can be classified, we get a two class of Nibbāna. One is Sa-upadisisa Nibbāna Dhatu, and the other is Anupadisisa Nibbāna Dhatu. So Sa is with, and Art come from and not. So reference to the absence. So that's why without. So Sa and Na will be different. But that element of Nibbāna with the residue remaining, with remaining something. And for the Anupadisisa Nibbāna second type, this is without the residue of remaining, no more residue. So here, the former types, Sa-upadisisa Nibbāna is the element of Nibbāna to be experienced by Arahat with the residue remaining. That is why it is called Sa-upadisisa. And because through the defilement have been extinguished, so after the attainment of Arahat, they already extinguished every defilement, no more remaining defilement in their process. They can experience Nibbāna. That is called the Nibbāna, the residue of aggregate, because although they have already extinguished defilement, they have aggregate, the remaining aggregate, which is called the residue of aggregate in their process, mental process, material process, is continuing after the defilements are extinguished. Because the cause or the condition are already acquired in the past life as being the karma, performing the karma to have this aggregate. So by past clinging, so through the clinging, but not only clinging, by the defilements, craving, etc. So they have already accumulated the karma to have the aggregate for the less, even for the less life. So that aggregate remains after the defilements have been distinguished in their arahats process. After becoming arahats, still the materiality and mentalities are continuing. That is the residue of aggregates. It remains through the duration of arahat's life. As long as the arahat alive, it will continue. The commentary explains that the extinguishment of the defilement as the kilesa parinibbāna. So the kilesa parinibbāna and saubhadisisa nibbāna are the same. So the usage of kilesa parinibbāna by commentary, a commentator, and the saubhadisisa nibbāna are the same. So now we understand how it is called the saubhadisisa nibbāna, the element of nibbāna with the residue remaining. So these are pi aggregates. Then another type, anubhadisisa nibbāna, can be attained with the arahat's demise. So after parinibbāna. So saubhadisisa nibbāna means something, the nibbāna which is experienced by arahat before the final parinibbāna, the last moment. That is called the saubhadisisa nibbāna. And with the arahat's demise or the death moment, after that, the nibbāna, the ultimate reality, without the residue remaining, is called the anubhadisisa nibbāna. Because the five aggregates are discarded, not only defilement, and also the five aggregates are discarded, and they are never acquired again for five aggregates by the arahat after parinibbāna or final demise. So commentary explains that the extinguishment of aggregates. So here, extinguishment of defilement. Here, extinguishment of aggregates. In Pali, it is called the khanda parinibbāna. So khanda parinibbāna and anubhadisisa nibbāna are the same. So in this way, nibbāna can be classified into twofold. Then nibbāna is threefold according to the different aspects, which is called sunyata nibbāna, the voids. Why nibbāna is called sunyata nibbāna? It is devised of greed, hatred, delusion, and also it is devised of all the conditional realities or conditionings or conditional things. No more conditional realities are there in nibbāna. So that is why the nibbāna is called sunyata nibbāna. And animitta nibbāna, it is a signless or conditionless. So it is signless, or there's no sign, or greed, hatred, delusion, and also conditional things. On the other hand, it can be understood animitta as the conditionless, no condition. So the condition of our life, like greed, hatred, delusions, etc., all the defilements and karma, and the process continuing, they are called our life. The nibbāna out of the life continuation is called the animitta nibbāna. It is unconditional realities. Then apanihita nibbāna, that is the desireless, because it is free from the hankering of greed, etc., greed, hatred, delusion, and also all the conditioned things. So it is not, Nibbāna is not desired by craving and not the object of craving. So some people are thinking that they are, even the expectation for Nibbāna can be the craving, etc. So if the Nibbāna reality, we are expecting for the Nibbāna, that is not the craving. Just we can say that is just the good wish of the chanda or desire. It is not craving, because Nibbāna is apanihita Nibbāna, so desireless. This is 3-4 classification of Nibbāna, but we cannot say they are not. They become 3. They are divided into 3, but actually from the different point of view, it becomes 3. But ultimate reality is only one-fold, only one thing. Okay, so in order to conclude, to have the conclusion for 4 ultimate realities, because at the beginning of the consciousness chapter, chapter 1, the Venerable Anuruddha introduced the 4 ultimate reality are consciousness, mental factors, the material phenomena, and Nibbāna. So the 4 ultimate realities that the Tathagata reveals are the consciousness, mental factor, metas, and Nibbāna. So we can classify former 3s of consciousness, mental factor, and material phenomena are sankhata, conditional realities. And the last one of Nibbāna is the asankhata, unconditional reality. This is the final part of the explanation in the Abhidhamma Sangha about the 4 ultimate realities. So now we already studied about the 4 ultimate reality as a final part of the Supramundane peace Nibbāna. Okay, so let's discuss about what we have learned. I'm going to stop here my explanation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Question 1. Dear Bhante, since there's no consciousness born in for the material world, how can karma be committed? Since there is an existence of consciousness for the past on, when can embalmment or dress up be done?
Okay, for the past part, is no consciousness born for the 5 material world. I think it refers to the asanya sata, non-percipient being. So for the other 5 materials world, 15 5 material world, they have consciousness. So for the asanya sata, they cannot commit any karma in that plane of existence. So for their next life after non-percipient beings, they have to come back to the sense pure world. To be born in the sense pure world, that is the work of the karma they had done in the past before they get in that non-percipient realm of existence. But for the other 5 material world, there arise the consciousness, and they can commit the karma. So they can develop, they can practice up for the higher level, higher realm of existence to be reborn. And for the second box, I don't understand what it means. They think there is existence of consciousness for the past. So can you tell me there, Cynthia?
If I understand correctly, Bhante, it says that when a person just pass away. So if there's existence of consciousness, because when death chuti arise, then we won't know. So when can the embalmment, that means we want to embalm the dead and dress up the dead. When can this be done? Because we do not know when the chuti actually arises. If I understood the questions correctly, Bhante.
Yeah, it's still difficult to discuss about that because still the question, the point of question is not clear in my mind. So, yeah.
Okay, maybe the questioner can help to clarify during the next lesson, please.
Okay.
So we move on to next question.
Right.
One Dhammi Bhante, the Buddha says you should abandon the Dhamma and all more. What is not the Dhamma? The statement has led some interpreters to suggest that the enlightened person, having crossed over the samsara to Nibbāna, does not live by the Dhamma, and the Buddha's teachings are to be abandoned once enlightenment is attained. I read about the above paragraph in an article. Could Bhante please explain the meaning of this sentence? You should abandon the Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So I'm not so sure that statement is come from the Buddha, and because we need the reference to make sure before we discuss that is the word of the Buddha. So from the article, maybe there's some reference about that, but sometimes the translation cannot be completed to express enough expression about the truth discourse. So here, you should abandon the Dhamma. So the Dhamma reference to what? I mean, I need to check the place where the Buddha mentioned. So if I have to discuss about this, so the Dhamma is already existing or arising due to the condition. This means that it is running in its own nature, in transit nature. So if what we talk about that abandoning is no more clinging, no more craving, the Dhamma will continue. So for example, the body of the Arhat, after he has already attained the Arhatship, the body will continue, but he has no more craving. And that's why he already abandoned the Dhamma, because that is not referring to the Dhamma of the to be practiced. This is the Dhamma is maybe the reference to the something to cling or to be clung. So that is abandonment. For this question also, we need the reference to express about this. So the Buddha sex, so where in how to say that, in which way the Buddha explained, and we need to identify the Dhamma in that way. Otherwise, we can make a mistake about interpretation.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. So next question. Dear Bhante, if Nibbāna has no Nama and Rupa, why Nibbāna is reckoned as a mental phenomenon? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So, but actually Nibbāna itself is Nama. Nibbāna itself is Nama, but it is not conditional Nama. It's not conditional mental phenomena. It is still Nama, because being the object of the knowledge of path and fruition, it is called Nam, included. It is included as a Nama, because it is not because of some mentalities are there or some conditional mentalities are there. There's no conditional mentality in Nibbāna, in the statement of Nibbāna. So Nibbāna itself is Nama. Okay.
There's one question from the chat. Let me copy. Wandami Siado, Sukihoto, good evening. Please, Siado, advise, is it true or possible to say somebody to realization temporarily Nibbāna? It's been when someone have no craving condition at the temporary time. Siado, thank you very much. This is from Supriyati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, so the usage is a temporary Nibbāna. So there's no temporary Nibbāna because the Nibbāna is out of the arising, etc., and out of the classification according to the time. So no past Nibbāna, no present Nibbāna, no future Nibbāna, because it is Nibbāna is out of the time limitation. That's why there's no temporary Nibbāna. Nibbāna is already is it in its nature, intrinsic nature of Santi Lakkhana, ultimate peace. It's just the ultimate peace. It is not past, present, and future. In the same way, there's no temporary Nibbāna. So maybe from the subjective point of view, there's somebody released from the craving, of the under the influence of mental defilements. At that time, he can feel, or he or she can experience the peace, but it is not the supramundane peace. It is just a peace of the mentalities, peace in the mental process, not the ultimate peace. So to experience the ultimate peace or supramundane peace or Nibbāna, there must be the subjective must be the path consciousness and fruition consciousness. Okay.
Thank you, Bhante. There's one more question. Dear Bhante, on slide 7, called extinguishment of the aggregates, Kanda Parinibbāna. The question is, even at or after Chitta, there is still some generations of Chitta and Kama, Chittaja and Kamaja, right? So the Kanda is still considered as present, not extinguished yet, right? Hence, at what point is Anupatisesa begins? Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, the after Chitta. So you may remember, if we talk about that after Chitta of the Arahat, there's no more continuum of mentality for Arahat. And also the Chitta does not produce any mind-born materiality. That is why the mind-born materiality also not continue for that. The karma-born materiality cease. They cease with the dissolution moment of Chitta. That's why they also already. But the nutriment-born materialities and temperature-born materiality will continue, but they are no more the aggregate of Arahat. So we can regard as the Kanda Parinibbāna, the extinguishment of the aggregates by the dissolution movement of Chitta of Arahat's Chitta. And from that time on, the Arahat no more conditional reality for Arahat, and it come to, I want to say that it come into the ultimate peace for the with the extinguishment of the aggregates related to the Arahat from this side, and the other side, the ultimate peace of the Arahat is there. So that is called Nibbāna, is Anupatisesa Nibbāna. But that is why our Abhidhamma scholars express that for each individual, the ultimate peace are separately exist. As long as we cannot attain that ultimate peace, we are under the condition, under the process of conditional things. But if we are out of the unconditional reality, that is called the Nibbāna. So for the Nibbāna, we have the different way of expression, and also many arguments. Some argument still remain as a question. Okay.
Okay, Bhante, one more question.
Okay.
Dear Bhante, is Anapanasati the shortest way to achieve Nibbāna, since continuing awareness of the breathing may eradicate the tanha arising and other defilements? But in this case, a practitioner may not be fully enlightened, since wisdom no longer relevant after reaching Nibbāna shore, but still be able to achieve Nibbāna. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
But the shorter way is, what is mean the shortest way? I mean the Kammatthana given by the Buddha, the will, the short or long depends on the duration of short and long, so depends on the individual's qualification. So some people, they are not practicing the Anapana, they just practice the element meditation, etc. And they also can attain the Nibbāna. But that's why we cannot say that the shortest or longest way actually depends on the fulfillment of paramita, and the power of paramita, and the power of the viriya, energy and concentration and knowledge, etc. That is why every kammatthana can be the way to lead into the Nibbāna, and the short is the depends on the power of the fulfillment and energy, etc.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. Bhante, with regards to just now the question 2 about the abandonment of the Dhamma,
Okay.
this clarification, this person is actually referring to this sutta. I'll do a copy and paste here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct. Just for your information, Bhante.
Okay. Okay, I will try to discuss again in next week.
Sure. Thank you, Bhante. Okay. And Bhante, we have one more question. Oh, just hold on a minute. One question from the chat. Dear Bhante, how do one differentiate the peace in Upekkha jhana versus Nibbāna peace? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Peace in Upekkha jhana. Okay, Upekkha jhana. It refers to the fifth jhana and the immaterial jhana. So this is the totally difference, because the Nibbāna is the unconditional realities, and also it is not related to the process of conditioning. It's just the only relationship is the object and the mentality which take that object. So that is the only connection, the Nibbāna and their mentalities. But in the Upekkha jhana, although it's a peace, but it is it comes through the experience of the mental factors, etc. So considering about the consciousness and mental factors, the effect on the consciousness and mental factor is called the peace. It is related to the conditioned process and the ultimate peace or supramundane peace. Although it is peace, and we can say that it is the peace support to the knowledge of or past knowledge to work or its own text, and also future knowledge to work its own text. It is to flame off the defilement, etc. So the experience will be totally different because that is only under the conditional realities, and this is out of the conditional reality. But in order to discuss what is how to differentiate, it will be very difficult. So we can say that one can aware through the feeling, etc. So here, upekha jhana, there still the Vedana touch to the peace. But for the Nibbāna is not the object of that kinds of Vedana, etc. That will be the difference as I guess, but actually not easy to differentiate in the discussion, but it will be different in the practice. Okay.
Thank you, Bante. Bante, there's one more question. I mean, there are two questions, actually a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
I will share a slide. So, Bante, this is the question. This is actually a follow-up question through the Zoom chat on 20th February. And the question, the words in italic, Bante has already addressed. And this person is actually trying to clarify the above questions. He says, apologize, or maybe I read the question again, sorry, Bante. According to the book, metal is internal because it serves as doors for the mental phenomena. And on the other hand, metal also classified as doors because it serves as the doors of the cognition or media for the consciousness and mental factors. What is the difference between the two classifications, which Bante has already addressed? And this person trying to clarify, he says that apologize for the unclear questions before, which is the above one. My question is why matter has divided into two classifications, internal and doors, while each classification denoting the same meaning. For example, internal serve as doors for the mental phenomena, doors serve as a media for the consciousness and mental factors, which is also the mental phenomena. Thank you, Bante.
Mm-hmm.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah, this is the classification to make easy understanding in the use or in the Abhidhamma study. So if we understand about the internal, because that is called the internal refers to the door, etc. In some cases, that types of classification are used in the Abhidhamma teaching. So Abhidhamma Sangha trying to support further understanding by its explanation and its classification. If we discuss about why they need to they are to be classified in different way of classification. So now, as you see that we have already classified in many types of the materiality, mentality, etc. But still, we are not using that. We are not using that classification. That they are used in the Abhidhamma teaching in the text. So if we study the 7 books of Abhidhamma in large, and this classification are very useful. Based on this information, we can easily understand about the text of the Abhidhamma books. Otherwise, we were confused. What does mean internal, or what does mean the doors, etc. Okay. Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bante. And one more question.
Okay.
This is also via the Zoom chat on 20th February. The question is, may Bhante explain born of four causes in detail? What are the examples of four causes as shown in slide 10, which is, Bhante, I have going to flesh out this. This is on lesson 43.
Okay.
And this is slide number 10. I think this person is referring to this
Yeah,
born of four causes.
Yeah, born of four causes mean they are born by karma, and also they are born by consciousness. They are born by temperature, and also they are born by nutriment. That's why they are called the born of four causes. So 9 material phenomena are born of four causes, karma, or for all causes, right? Yeah, that meaning. Let's make aspiration and share our merit to all beings. Please repeat after me. Imina punya kamina.
Imina punya kamina.
Mami bala samagamo.
Mame bala samagamo.
Satam samagamo hotu.
Satang samagamo hotu.
Yawa Nibbāna patiya.
Yawa Nibbāna patiya.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyang.
Asawakaya vaha hotu.
Asawakayang wahang hotu.
Idame punyam.
Idame punyang.
Nibbāna sapajayo hotu.
Nibbāna sapacayo hotu.
Mama punya bhagam.
Mama punya bagang.
Sabha satanam bhajemi.
Sabha sattanang bhajemi.
Te sabbe.
Te sabe.
Me samam.
Me samang.
Punya bhagam labantu.
Punya bagang nabantu.
Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.